habits of highly effective endurance athletes. For what? To get your ass out of bed. It's time for the Morning Loop. Mornings in the Lab with Keith and friends. I got a new sound. No, I don't got the other one. I got the bagpipes today. Let's get up and dance. All right, so that's what happens when the internet goes out first thing. Yeah. So I sit down at the desk and get the internet started, and fucking thing doesn't. Oops, I forgot to tell you guys. This show has extreme language in it. Uncle Keith might drop an F-bomb. Yep. Johnny might drop a couple bombs along the way as well. So I invite you guys to put those headphones on for the kids. Put the headphones on for the kids or walk them out of the lab this morning because we got some energy coming into the lab this morning. Rich Ingram is joining us to talk about the habits of highly effective endurance athletes. We're going to talk about what you need to fuel up as an endurance athlete. Hey, listen, nation. Business is endurance. Endurance is business. They're one and the same. And if you are a business person looking to drive your business to the next level, this is a show you want to be on because we're going to talk endurance athletics, which actually is really about business and endurance all in the same. And then coming up in the protein break, we're talking the fuel you need to build your business. Today, Mornings in the Lab. And of course, on center stage, Daniel Hall. Oh yeah, we got a real-time superhero. We get two superheroes in the lab today, Rich Ingram and Daniel Hall. Daniel Hall is the man. Wow, we're going to introduce you to Daniel. 7 foster children and the guy who wakes up every single day fighting fakery on the social web. But hey, let's get Uncle Keith off stage. Let's get the rest of the team up here and let's get chatting. Let's bring up Marty, Johnny.
Good morning, brothers. What's happening?
Let's bring up Rich Ingram. Let's bring up Christina Flynn. What's going on? What's going on, guys? So, Richie, what did you think of the opener today, man? You have not experienced the opener yet this morning.
Dude, I loved it. I loved how you got up and danced at the stage.
I know.
Bringing me back to my Scottish roots.
I know, but so listen, I had a meeting with Tina yesterday, and guys, I haven't had a chance to tell you all this yet. But Tina sat down, and we had a wonderful meeting, and she said, Keith, I really want to talk about your dancing. I was like, yeah. She said, I think it might have been some of the most exceptional dancing I've seen in my life. I said, I know. She goes, the way you move your hand, the way you move your hip. She's like, you might even show like some of those dudes that are awesome dancers how to dance. I'm like, I know, exactly. So Tina, I thank you for the compliments this morning. Producer Flynn. Going around the table, what's up, Johnny Anderson? How are you this morning, brother?
I'm great, brother. I'm looking at the way you're dressed. Are you doing the show from out in the cold? Looks like you're all wrapped up for a cold day in the snow or something.
Actually, he's got a jacket on. He's got a black shirt, black jacket. He's got a nice black hat, black glasses. And yes, Johnny, I did put all the thin, what do you call these hoodies? But I got a nice jacket over top. I got my nice black Kangol toque, and I got my nice my glasses on this morning. But you know, it's just a little cooler here this morning. It's 12 degrees Celsius, Johnny. So what's that? About 0 to.
This hat right here is actually one that doesn't breathe well. So it's a little cooler here. So this is my version of your jacket.
That's it. There you go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Marty, what's going on, brother? How are you today, pal?
I'm good, man. I had the sweatsuit on today, so it's a little chilly and rainy here as well. But it's not that cold.
That's it. That's it. Marty's wearing black, less brunches, more crunches with the gold embossed.
Yeah, man. Come on. We do it different over here, man.
That's it with the traditional red Beats headphones. And of course, we got Richie Ingram joining us here this morning. Richie's joining us in the black Nike t-shirt, backwards hat, black headset on. What's going on, Richie?
Oh, not much. It's a little bit warmer here in Austin, Texas. We're about 75 degrees still.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I thought about going shirtless today. I knew John Anderson was in the show. So
apparently coming up on Wednesdays is going to be shirtless Wednesdays with Rich Ingram, John Anderson. Tina Flynn, how are you today, kid?
I'm good. I'm good. I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Get him, Tina.
I would never say that about your dancing because I don't even know if your moves, call them moves, would classify as dancing.
Listen, I don't have so much camera space to fit my large frame in because you guys know I'm the size of John.
That's the fact that we can't see all of what's going on. Is trust me, is working in your favor. Now stay up close to the camera because you're getting a lot of slack. If we could see the whole gig, it would be a different conversation.
Oh my God. You're here in the Morning Loop with Mornings in the Lab with Keith and friends, the only morning show to get you guys going in the morning here. We got some comments coming in from the side here. We got our friend from the future. Oh, Enzo's joining us this morning. Good morning, Enzo. Good to see you here this morning. Speaking of the future, just a quick shout out to my beautiful, lovely sister, Sherry. Happy birthday, kid. I saw her yesterday and wished her happy birthday. She knows it's not my birthday. I'm like, all right, well, I'll wish you happy birthday this morning. So happy birthday, sister. Good morning to you. Good morning, good time. And yes, good time. Stop hitting the snooze button or you will miss my dancing. And hey, we got Daniel Hall hanging out with us in the green room, coming up on center stage in about 6 minutes. We're going to meet Daniel Hall. He's banging on the bagpipes. Absolutely. And good time, I will keep being me, because if I keep being me, people keep showing up. That's how it works. That's how we're all just keep being ourselves here. That's how it works here. Let's see here. Yeah.
Nope.
So here we go, nation. We know we got fans and stands and all of our members here calling you guys out. When one of our folks in the comments are saying, Keith, you're the only one dancing, so they can't judge. That's like Marty and John. That's like people coming in the comments and chatting you guys out, and you guys just saying, yeah, but we're doing this and you guys aren't doing anything. So I think Good Time has a point there. Thank you, Good Time. Yep, I think Good Time has a point there.
Good Time, stop trying to take my job. Stop trying to take my job, Good Time. I see you.
Oh, hey, so I got a quick topic this morning I'm throwing on the table for the morning loop, and I'm looking at you, Anderson, because I'm telling you, every time I look in my fridge, I see your head on my eggs. And then I read a story this morning about a man who ate over 700 eggs in 1 month, who revealed the toll on his body. Now, I'm thinking that some of you are going, yeah, that would just be, who would eat 7 eggs in a month? Now, Marty, I'm looking at you, brother. I'm suspecting that you and I both think John Anderson probably eats 700 eggs in a week.
How many is that a day is what I want to know. Do the math, somebody.
So it's 30 times what 20 is how much? 600. So
well, that's not a big deal.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like the headline is 700 eggs in a month. I'm going to suspect that John Anderson can probably kill 24 eggs in a sitting. Am I right, Johnny? Let's talk about this for a second.
I could, but I don't. That would be like trying to put 10 gallons of gas in a 5-gallon gas tank. More than can be used. But when I was on the road, especially in Japan, eggs were one of my biggest sources of intake. And so on a long day, I would be eating a single meal would be 5 or 6 eggs, hard-boiled eggs, and I might have 6 or 8 of those. So do the math on that. Multiply that by 5.
Marty?
No, thank you. I'm good, man.
Remember, if you heard remember the story, there was a good chunk of that time where I was eating these son of a bitches with the shell on.
Jesus, Murphy.
Remember telling that story where they told me I was making too much of a mess on the tour bus? Just miniature little pieces of shell on the ground. The Japanese are so clean. They're like, you can't do that anymore. So,
John, it has to smell terrible.
Took that whole
Yeah.
egg, put it in my mouth at once, chewed it up with the shell, and I said, "Can I do it like this?" And they just sat there quietly. So I said, "I guess we got a deal."
So those of you tuning in right out of the morning loop on Mornings in the Lab, we're talking about eating eggs. There's some gentleman that ate 720 eggs in a month, and John Anderson talking about crushing whole eggs with a shell. So I just want to pause and hang on that for a second. Like this idea of shoving an entire egg in your mouth and crunching the entire shell. So there's nothing left, John. Like actually nothing left. It's like eating salt on the egg, and when you're done, like your hand is empty. Like, just so we're clear, right? Like you eat the whole.
Yeah, you take the whole thing. It's got the shell on there. You just put it in your mouth, remove your hand, and go to town. Eat it, you chew it up, and swallow it.
So Rich, Mr. Endurance Athlete, could you imagine going on a 100-mile trek and sitting down with a couple dozen eggs and crushing them whole? Rich Ingram.
No, not at all. Not even one.
And then, hold on. And then I got to crack some humor. My good friend Marty over here, who we all love protein here. But our friend Christopher Martin does not love eggs. So Chris, when you hear this, what goes through your mind?
John smelled terrible after that.
Hold on. Let's get this straight. I'm going to smell terrible no matter what I'm eating at that quantity. So let's not worry about that part of the equation.
If it already stinks, it's worse.
Listen, when I'm eating 5-6 pounds of beef every day, let's be honest, what is it? You're talking about some rotting flesh? You're talking about some eggs. It's all going to have a stank.
Oh,
I feel bad for Terry. She goes to the bathroom.
I'm telling you right now, I've made videos saying if you have a woman that deals with the stuff like I got, you need to thank her. You need to be appreciative because she is a fucking woman.
I don't know if Rich Ingram and Daniel Hall know what they got themselves into this morning. Tina, I'm going to flip it over to you for a final comment here before we bring in the accountability check-in. But I'm seeing your face, and I'm just wondering, as the female on the tab here, you're thinking of Terry, you're thinking about your own house, you're hanging out with a bunch of men that may smell, and you're listening to Anderson talk about all the food that he eats and the eggs that he eats. What's going through your mind there, Christina Flynn?
I dated a bodybuilder at one point, and the protein fart got to be the worst part in the world. So I can't imagine what the egg.
We got to see what system. See, what we do is there's only one toilet in the house, right? Four bathrooms in the house. There's only one where I'll take a dump. So there's only one toilet that's got to get cleaned, at least from that capacity.
You clean that?
No, hell no. I don't clean it. The cleaning ladies, funny enough, that when the cleaning ladies come, she'll go check that toilet because she said, look, they didn't sign up to clean this kind of a toilet. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man. Oh, man. All right, listeners, coming up to this part of the show, we're going to take a little break.